All right. So, what is on the new 1.2 version of the Nano software? Well, let's talk about that. So, when you boot up your Nano, you want to go to your system update and you want to go ahead and update to the current version. I've already done it here, but you, just like it's been explained in previous videos, you hit the update button. It will tell you that there is an update available. Hit the update button, it will automatically update. You can reboot, and then you will be welcomed to this same welcome setup screen that you see here. And when you log into your dashboard, this is going to be your home page. Now, the home page gives you some information. You're connected to Ethernet. This is your current IP address. This is the welcome view, and then this is the name of your Nano, which of course you can just change to anything that you want. If we come here to the welcome view itself, and you'll notice that this little pulsating dot is our welcome view at the moment. And you'll see here as well on this side that we are currently active in the welcome view. And here we can change a lot of customizations. So we can change the summary by adding anything that we want. We've already gone over this in previous videos. You can change the time, the date, when it's going to show up. You can set banners. All that has not changed from the previous versions. Poster view, also for the most part, has not changed from the previous versions, but we're going to go ahead and set it active. You'll notice that it's not active. We're still on welcome view. That's the active view. So we're going to activate the poster view. And you'll notice here on the screen that it's now changed from the welcome view to the posters that are playing right now. The posters, if we go into the media storage, we can hit the movie poster folder in our media manager. These are the posters that I have in there right now. We can set banners. And so I've got the top banner and the bottom banner already set. We can select it, select a banner that we want. There's several already in here. We select it for the top. We select it for the bottom. And we can even add background music to play as it's playing through the posters. So for instance, if we create a folder, and let's call the folder Iron Man, we can load up a bunch of posters of Iron Man into that folder, and then we can also drop in the theme music for Iron Man. And that way, when we play back the Iron Man folder of posters, there will be the Iron Man theme playing in the background. And you do that all right here. Very slick. Save them, and then they'll automatically show. But we've already got this populated here. And I know you guys are anxious about those motion posters, but we'll get there in a second. Now, let's go back to the poster view. Nothing else has changed here. We've got the duration. We've got the countdown timer. Again, that's also from another video that you can see, but basically you can set a timer in anywhere from 1 minute to infinity to play down with any slogan that you want, with any banners that you want, and with music. And then when it reaches 0, to have it launch automatically into another folder. So for instance, if you're watching a movie, you could be having one folder of movie posters that are playing. And then let's just say you have intermission. On intermission, you can come down here and you can put, next movie starts in 5 minutes. Put a 5-minute countdown here and have it play directly into another folder. When the countdown reaches, down to 1 minute, down to 10 seconds, and then down to 0, it will automatically let people know that the movie has started, and it'll launch automatically into another folder that you've chosen. So that hasn't changed from a previous version. Media storage, that again is the same as the previous versions. You could select a folder, create a folder, and customize the folders, right? So we can create a folder. We can call it, I don't know, Iron Man, right? And there it is. We can come down here to Iron Man, and we can add background music. We can add banners, and we can also upload Iron Man posters. So let's just try and find an Iron Man poster here. Let's come back over here to where I keep my posters. Let's come down to Iron Man. Now, you don't have to do it this way. You can also, just by getting on the the TMDB database, you'll be given a token, and you would take that token and add it into our software, and it will automatically search and download posters for you without you having to do it automatically. And that's exactly the same way as our Pro media player and from the previous versions on the Nano as well. So here we added an Iron Man poster. We can select the top banner. Let's just go coming soon. And let's do a bottom banner. And let's do, I don't know, catch it now. We save it. Okay. And it has been saved, right? We can add music as well. But if we go back now to our poster view, and then here we want to select that Iron Man folder right here, right? Let's select that. And let's save the changes. And then what will happen here is it will start to automatically play that Iron Man poster. Super easy. And you'll notice that the banners have changed as well. Let's go back to regular movie posters. And let's save the changes. And we go back to the regular movie posters. And you'll notice that the banners also followed. And then you can set the duration time. Showtime's View. So this is one new feature that we added. Not that particular Showtime View, but the cycling of the summary style in the view. So for instance, the Showtime's View gives us playlists of upcoming movies. So I created a bunch of movies here that are going to be starting at some point. So these movies here are going to be movies that you are having a playlist of showings for next week or the week after, right? And so what you do is you type in a movie for, I don't know, Star Wars, right? And it will search and bring back all the Star Wars movies. You add it and come down here to Star Wars. And here we can go ahead and set when we're going to actually watch it. So let's just say we're going to watch it on this month, but on the 17th, on a Saturday, and we're going to watch it at 10 o'clock. This is 10 o'clock p.m. I know it's kind of late, but there we go. We set it, and it will automatically populate for 10 o'clock on that day. And so you do this for all the movies that you're going to be planning out this weekend, next weekend, the weekend after, the month after, and you build this playlist. And the playlist populates automatically with all kinds of information. And when you play back this playlist here in the Showtime's view, you have a choice of playing it back in either list or single view. So for instance, let's go ahead and activate the Showtime's view. You'll notice that it is not active. We are in poster view. That's why we are seeing posters on the screen. So we're going to go ahead and activate the Showtime's view. And you'll notice here on the screen that we're going to go ahead and change here in a second to the Showtime's view. And there we go. So you'll notice that we are on the single view, and previously the single view, or what I call the summary view, always stayed on the one folder that's coming up next, and it didn't change. We now added the ability to cycle through all of your posters of the movies that are coming up. All of these that you have in your playlist will now show on your screen in a scrolling fashion automatically. And it'll tell you that when the movie's going to start, the rating, the year, and a little quick summary. You can also choose the awesome list view. If you don't want to go through the standard single poster summary view, you can do the list view here, and it starts to populate with these movies that you set, and then it starts to scroll through them. And you'll notice there now that they are scrolling. So that's a very cool view that I like, because you can put this in front of your theater room right outside the door, and it'll let people know when your upcoming playlist movies are. All right, so that's this feature here, the single playlist view, is the one that we added for the one feature that we added on this update. But the one feature that you guys are probably more interested in is going to be our motion posters. So let's talk about those. Let's go back to the poster view. So in the poster view here, this is where we're going to select the folders, right? We're going to go ahead and set it as active. And let's get the posters coming back up here. There we go. Now, before we get into the motion posters, just for those that don't know, we do have what's called a board preview button up here. We have a few buttons up here, but I think they're pretty self-explanatory. You can mute the sound. You can go to the previous poster. You can pause on a poster. You can go to the next poster. But the board preview is actually pretty neat because it allows you to see what's playing on your movie board on one end of the house if you are accessing the app from another end of the house, right? So you don't have to walk over to see and get an idea of what's showing on your board. You can just kind of see the preview right here. So that's pretty neat. And it cycles through. It's set for 20 seconds. So every 20 seconds, these posters are going to cycle through. Then you can go ahead and click the button and it closes again. All right. So motion posters. Yeah, they're pretty neat. Let's go to the media storage and we'll talk about those. Now I've already uploaded some posters here. I call the poster Livescapes. But I've uploaded a ton, well, not a ton, but several motion posters. And you upload these motion posters in exactly the same way that you upload movie posters, right? So the regular movie posters and the motion posters, as far as the system is concerned, it doesn't care. You upload them the exact same way. You create a folder, name the folder what you want, upload your motion posters to that folder, and you can customize the banners as well. So I've already got banners attached to this folder that I call Livescapes, but these are the motion posters that I uploaded. So if I wanted to see what is this particular poster, right, I can just click on it and this will tell us what that poster is. It'll give us a preview, the name, the path, what kind of media it is, the size, and if we click on the poster,
back here now.
we get a little preview of what it is along with the audio.
We're in the middle of a swell.
I got it.
Get your ass back to the Ranger.
Okay, so that's pretty slick. And we can do that for pretty much all the posters that we have in that folder. Now that's the preview, but you notice that it's not showing on the board yet because we don't have it there yet. But once you upload your motion posters into your folder that you created, you can come back into the poster view and we're going to set the poster view. It's currently active. We're going to choose to play back our, in this case, I have Livescapes, but this is my motion posters folder. We're going to select that, and then we're going to hit Save Changes. And you'll notice here in just a few seconds, the board is going to change, and it's going to start playing the motion posters. And the motion posters play with full audio and with whatever banner you've attached to it. So you'll hear, the audio playing. So let me give you a little background on these motion posters. So these motion posters are not videos. They are a format that we created called motionposters.dmbm. That is the format. And it's a little bit of using AI. It's a little bit of using some video editing. And it's a little bit of using some sound editing as well. And we're able to come up with some very, very cool animated posters. Now, this is nothing new. We see a lot of AI generated images on the internet nowadays. We're now using that AI. It's a very powerful tool to help us to create some really, really cool content for our DMB customers. And motion posters has always been something that people have been asking about. We're all familiar with the old school motion posters that were extremely low resolution. They were pretty bad as far as quality goes. And I didn't really want to, rehash the same thing. I wanted to give my customers something a little bit nicer, something a little bit more modern, and something a little bit more different. And so that's why we created, the motion posters.dmbm format. They can only be played on our DMB OS, right? These cannot be played back on a Windows folder, computer, or laptop. They will not work anywhere else. They only work on our players. But the results are very, very cool. We do keep them at about 10 seconds, 10 to 15 seconds, just like a regular motion poster. We do add some high quality sound effects to it. The animations are awesome, and they're only going to get better as we learn the software a little bit more. But they are very cool, and they will certainly give your home theater a nice little boost in the ambience, right? And so you notice here as we're looking at these motion posters, the animation is very fluid. It's very cool, and the sound effects are also pretty slick as well. And so you want to treat these motion posters in the same way that you treat regular movie posters as far as the software is concerned. They're just content. So you can create a folder, you can add your particular banners that you want to it, drop in your motion posters. You can also drop in regular posters as well and play back a mix of regular posters with motion posters. Motion posters have background audio to them, so that kind of livens up the place a bit as well. Now, with the motion posters, sometimes when you first drop them into the folder and get them going, you might see a little bit of stuttering. That's only because the system has to cache all of the motion posters. Once they are all cached in memory, it should be pretty smooth. And so there we go. So those are really the only two features that we added in the version 1.2 update. Is the summary view single style and the motion posters here. We have several motion poster packs on the website for users to download. We're going to be adding a lot more as much as we can. We do a lot of collaborations with excuse me, we do a lot of collaborations with people from all over the world, and they do create a lot of content for us. So you can expect to see a lot more content that is oriented to our Motionscapes software. So that's it. That is what we have in the version 1.2 update. Everything else pretty much stays the same from the previous versions. You could see the other previous videos that show you how to use the entire DMB-nano to get caught up on how to use it. In this particular video, I just kind of wanted to run through real quick on some of the top features that people have asked a lot about, and one of them being the motion posters. So with that said, I hope you enjoyed the software. I hope you enjoy the Nano, and I really hope you guys enjoy the motion posters. There's a lot more to come. All right. Thank y'all. Goodbye.